Check it. You're tuned in to SayWHA Radio with your hosts, Justin, Taz, and the other guys. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
SayWHA Radio. I'm going to start with this one and just say headlines, see what you say. Baseball coach is suspended after he forced his players to spit in his face.
He loses his damn job.
A Greek man was convicted of stealing electricity despite being dead. Yes. Convicted him after he died.
So he didn't do it before he died.
Yes.
Okay. What is that? The trial is over.
It's me.
Say what? Say what? One more goddamn time.
Anyway, SayWHA Radio is coming at you guys. Got your girl Justice here, hanging with everyone. I'm going to start it to my left since we know we can't start to the right this time.
Exactly.
Dre T.
Dre D.
And Taz.
It's kind of weird you say to your left. He's like right in front of you.
Wait a minute.
Well, parallel, I can't be like, we're going to go this, we going that way. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We got house.
All right. It's a lot. We've been away for a while doing some things. There are some, if you haven't been listening to the other shows, Life is P and What the Finance, there's some new episodes up with those. Go ahead and take a look, like, share, and subscribe. There'll be some new stuff that'll be coming from SayWHA Radio in the future, so be on the lookout for that. So
kind of new stuff.
New stuff.
Well, yeah, new stuff.
She ain't got that much battery life.
Pretty much. So if we had the new stuff already, I would have a better battery life because I had a backup on that. But
oh my goodness.
Just be on the lookout for that. But the best way to stay tuned on all of the stuff that's coming up is to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on any of our social medias. Most likely Instagram, because that's the one I'm most active on. Twitter second, and Facebook, unfortunately. But we're getting it together. You know what? All that said, get into that.
Everybody hear that shit?
They can hear it. You can't hear it. There's a difference. Yeah. So, as Taz was saying before we actually got on the air, I want to go ahead and give our condolences out to the people we lost over the last couple of weeks, which was actually a few. John McCain passed, and so did the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Trump wasn't invited to either.
And
Kanan
died. I don't know what that is. That is character on Power. It's 50 cents, right?
Yeah.
I don't watch it.
Oh, don't say that on air.
You do watch it. Yeah. She watches it. She just a season or 2 or 5 behind.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
I got too much to watch right now. So Aretha's funeral was actually last Friday.
Which one?
It was the final one
funeral.
was the final season of of Aretha's funeral was Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Was this with the wardrobe changes?
This was, I believe, this was with the wardrobe changes.
So there really were wardrobe changes.
Yes.
It wasn't just a joke on
No,
there.
yes.
No,
They actually changed the
They took the
wardrobe on
casket out, changed her clothes, and put her back out.
Wow.
3 times.
Recross the legs every time.
Yes. One picture I forgot it was somebody showed that on the internet where one of them, she didn't have a shoe on that one.
Well,
But they got that one.
yeah. She had a shoe. It's just they were gold. So you saw the red bottoms on one end, but you couldn't tell that she had a shoe on the other one because they were gold.
Yeah.
It kind of blended in
With the casket, the gold casket.
Yeah, the casket was beautiful, you know.
It's weird that they, like I said, usually funerals they don't show like the entire body, and so it's like the fact that I even saw
the whole thing was up. The whole thing was up.
I was like, that's usually not the case. So
Yeah, it didn't even have the split. It was like one big door.
Just one big door.
Yeah.
Just open. Pretty much everyone turned out for this. Oh, I'm sorry. She had 150 pink Cadillacs as well.
Yeah. Was it
Cadillacs?
Yeah.
Did they let Patty talk?
Well, Patty wasn't. No, Patty didn't talk.
Patty did not talk. Now that you said that.
No, they don't get along.
Yeah, they hate each other. Yeah.
Patty and Aretha,
they were not.
Remember that, but I thought they had squashed. Somebody told me they
Hell
squashed
no,
it.
they didn't squash that. You didn't see
First of
the.
all, they old as hell. Ain't no squashing.
Yeah.
You know, old people don't squash nothing but bugs.
Aretha didn't want them nasty ass pies at her.
So she was at the funeral. She just didn't say anything.
I think she was at least one of them.
Yeah, she made the one I saw her. She was actually there, but I think that may have been like a memorial service.
Yeah, I think it was.
The funeral.
So even she didn't get banned from the funeral.
Yeah, even she was allowed to show. But other people weren't.
Yeah, unlike some other people.
Or other beings.
Yeah.
Just don't take his people.
I don't even think he's a person.
Not anymore. I'm with D on that one. I don't think he's a person. So, as we said, Senator John McCain of Arizona actually passed as well. Previous U.S. president nominee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people had misconceptions of him. It was baffling to me how many people were like, "Oh, yeah, I used to hate John McCain back then." I was like, "We never hated John McCain. He opposed Obama. That was it. It's just political things.
That was it.
We always had respect for him. It's just, you can't help that he's a Republican. That's his political affiliation."
Until the 2016 election, was there ever any doubt that people would always respect the office of the presidency and the people who were running at that time? Because, I mean, honestly, to be able to do that takes a lot. And it takes somebody of, great.
I can disagree with somebody without disrespecting or, like, not having respect for him. Like, it's not the same with Trump. I don't have respect for Trump. No. It's not about me disagreeing with him politically.
When Rick Perry was up there, I was like, seriously, dude? Because he didn't even know branches of government, any of the other portions of what he would actually be doing as president and things like that. But still, you were like, okay, I respect him for trying.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what he currently does. He's like head of the energy department or energy or something like that.
Yeah. No, not EPA, Department of Energy.
Yeah. He didn't know that involved nukes.
He was like, there's nuclear energy.
Yeah, he didn't even realize
there's energy in nuclear warheads.
He thought it was just oil and gas. He's like, I'm from Texas. I can do this.
Yeah.
Nah, not quite the same.
But as we said, they were always respected. They were always, except for even George Bush, when they threw the shoe at him, we were like, damn, that's fucked up. You don't throw a shoe.
You just threw a whole shoe. Like a whole shoe.
A whole two shoes.
And it was, I don't know if you saw the...
he can dodge and duck. Let me get this other one.
And I don't know if you saw, I saw the cameras had caught that moment with Michelle and George Bush.
So
when George was passing her candy.
That was so cute. I felt like I was in church all over again.
She was like, she grabbed you and thank you.
And Barack looking like,
you got some more.
Laura didn't flinch at all. It was just George.
Oh, goodness.
He always, does it always look like when he's around there, he look like he'll just risk it all. Just, come on, Michelle, please.
They have a lot of those moments.
It's just him that looks like that, though.
Risk it all.
But you
just walk up and like hug her. The tightest hug you ever seen. You're like, wait a minute. But you cool.
Yeah. But George, the younger George, he's never wanted to actually be where he is right now. He just wanted to party and have fun for the most part.
But his dad
made him do this stuff.
But I thought that was very cute. And the was it really thinly veiled? The kind of like, punches that they did throw at Trump during the speeches that they gave, especially Megan, she was just like, you ain't shit, basically.
I actually didn't hear the speeches from it.
Yeah, I didn't hear Bush's, but I did hear Obama's because I actually made it an effort to look that one up. Hear what he was going to say. And I can just say, listening to him talk, it's amazing how we went from that guy to Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like, really?
Is it though?
It is amazing.
It is. It's night and day. Yeah. It's like, I couldn't even imagine Trump trying to say half these things. Barack, he was up there, he sounded like he was still president.
Right, yeah.
And Trump still don't seem like president, and he is.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because we had come so far in our minds on how we are as people necessarily. So
Americans?
Yes. Mm-hmm. You always have that portion that is just like, okay, well, why we have to act like that? Why can't we just be quote unquote real? Why we got to be 100? Why can't we just be 100? I mean, so honestly, Trump is there 100.
Yeah. It's
so I'm not that surprised at it.
I'm not surprised that we have an unorthodox person, but I'm surprised that it's that far ridiculous as it is.
Yeah.
Well,
like Bernie Sanders was unorthodox, but I mean, he still would have been, seemed like a decent guy.
True.
Like there's a scale, and Trump's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure.
He doesn't register.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it could. I don't want to jinx ourselves, but obviously we could have worse people, which is even sad. But
Flavor Flav 2028.
Hell, 2020. You never know. You
still might be a better.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it's sad and funny.
Did you ever think that you would be saying to yourself that there's somebody worse than Bush?
Yes.
Right.
I thought I would. There were people before Bush that was worse.
I knew that. But what I'm saying is
in our lifetime,
in actual stupidity. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we didn't think they would be like 2 presidents down the line.
Yeah.
Right.
So the people back in the day, that was just kind of how the world worked at that time. They were just hooligans and fat cats, and that's all they really cared about was getting money for them and getting the buddies in on it.
And now we like, where's Bush at? Can we bring it back?
If I didn't think I was just very naive at the time. Just seeing how everything is going, not just politics, everything like from when I was a child, how it's becoming in America now is what I would consider declining.
But
my poor rap.
Your poor rap.
Rap. Where is it?
We haven't gotten there yet. Stop jumping ahead in the stuff, man. Come on.
That was a smooth transition.
Yeah, you could have just went into it from there.
Anyways, okay. So I was actually going to talk about the Drake video.
Video?
You guys haven't seen the Drake video?
The only video I've seen is the Childish Gambino.
Not Drake. Childish Gambino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Drake. No, I know I said Drake because they were talking about that the portion in the video where Drake is following after Future, and he's like,
"Oh, okay.
Is that a metaphor?" I'm like, I don't think it's a metaphor.
It could be. I mean, you can read into it, but I don't think that's what the intention was.
No, I think a lot of the stuff a lot of people read into it more than, especially the one with Michelle and Kanye, where they're just like, okay, well, Kanye feels bad about what he said about Trump and he regrets it. I don't think he regrets it, but I think in the video it's just saying that this is a person who was hurt and just needs someone like Michelle to just give him a big hug.
And speaking of Kanye, Drake, and all that, where did these rumors come from? With Kim Kardashian sleeping with Drake, what is this?
Wait, what?
Who the fuck hasn't slept with Kim Kardashian?
I know that, but I'm just saying, where are the rumors coming from now that she slept with Drake?
Why
all
they're
of a
saying
sudden?
it. Stuff like that. People say stuff like that. Who hasn't slept with her? So I'm not really surprised that is a rumor that has popped up.
Well, you assume
but it's Drake though.
Yeah,
it was recent.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, during their marriage, like actually during their marriage. That's what I'm.
But that's why people say stuff like that. I mean, she could never have actually met the man in her life, but because of her past, it's just going to be something that's going to be easily brought up. Unfortunately,
interesting.
Yeah, and I thought the video was actually kind of cool. It wasn't. I mean, you can't really follow up the other video that he came out with.
Well, I mean, that was unexpected. So you were kind of expecting him to come out with something else, like socially conscious as well. So you kind of had expectations built up on it.
It's a fan theory.
It's a fan theory?
Yeah, because they thought that
and Kim Kardashian, did she respond to it?
Yeah, she said no, hell to the no.
Why would she respond to a...
She say she has standards.
Why would she respond to a fan theory, though?
No, that's not
yeah.
That's so fucked up, because I'm like, damn.
That's how rumors get started, right there.
Yes.
But I'll go house for a minute. There's a lot of theories out there. Why did she respond to that one?
She responds to a lot of stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, she does.
Well,
she really does. Yeah. Even stuff that ain't got nothing to do with her.
I remember it was one of the times where she had worn like braids or something like that, and people were calling her out for cultural appropriation.
She didn't respond to the theories about her setting up that robbery.
Yes, she did.
What'd she say?
She was just like, I can't believe
that ain't a response. That ain't a response.
This type of stuff. I would never put myself in that type of position. She actually responded, I believe it was on Twitter, and then she talked about it on her show.
Did you just say yes or no?
Voice,
yeah, that's
because if I said it like me, it's not going to sound right. What?
If you say it like you, it won't sound right.
Cultural appropriation is going to sound right. Anyways, but I'm sorry, I just don't understand with most of the stuff that actually comes out. Like you were saying before, the video was This Is America was actually so dead on and kind of in your face for this one to be real laid back along with the song and be real playful. I love the electric slide with Dre and Snoop and all the rest of them. I just didn't understand what Gucci Mane had. I didn't get that.
I don't understand what Gucci Mane is in anything.
Like he just laid out as a electric slide right there. I thought that was a little weird. And Will Smith watching the car. Okay. And why the hell was Azalea Banks in a tree?
Let me find this video.
You haven't seen the video?
I don't even know.
I was going to say, with Azalea Banks, like, oh, God.
What song is it? Feel Like Summer?
Yeah,
Feel Like Summer. Yeah, I didn't even, the Azalea Banks thing, I ignored. She annoys me. I don't like her.
I mean, that whole Wild 'N Out scene was
absurd.
Okay, so we gotta explain that.
So I think that was last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. She had appeared on Wild 'N Out. And she, you go on Wild 'N Out, you know what happens.
Well, if you don't know Wild 'N Out, it's a comedy show that basically you kind of...
Improv comedy.
Yeah.
Improv sketch comedy is pretty much
produced by Nick Cannon.
Yeah, produced by Nick Cannon. It's on MTV. And the point system is kind of based on being able to not necessarily attack, but, throw jabs at the other person in a comical way.
It's like Yo Mama on steroids.
Yeah. And then they do have a Yo Mama thing session now. But yeah, so she was DC Young Fly went up there, and what did he say? Oh, he was saying
he didn't say nothing first, did he?
Yeah, he said something first. He was the first one to say something about to her. He was talking about the only reason she was on the show was because Nick Cannon couldn't get Cardi B, and she took that as
she took it personal. She was in her feelings.
She took it as like a color.
It was jokes.
Like, no, this is I don't like this. This is just black on black, and we need to stop this.
Yeah, because she was saying it was like against a dark skin type joke. He was making fun of her because she was dark skinned. I was like, no, bitch, she was making fun of you because you're not popular as Cardi B. It had nothing to do with your skin color. Like I didn't get that. I didn't get why
if she was lighter, she'd be popular as Cardi B.
I don't know.
Look, like I said, that's her own personal issues that she done brought. Now everybody know you got low self esteem out there.
Yeah,
come on now.
But unlike most of the people who that's it. Unlike most of the people who get offended by stuff on Wild 'N Out, they usually wait after the show. They'll say stuff like afterwards. She was like on stage, like whining, like literally on the stage, like just whining about it.
And Nick Cannon even told him like, jab back.
Yeah,
you don't even know. You don't even know what. You ain't never watched the show.
Yeah, she looking at the crowd. I don't really know what was funny about that. I didn't think that was funny at all. I thought it was like
that's how we know it stung.
Yeah. Or she feels like
hurt.
So you lost.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is if she did not want to go on the show to even have that, if she just wanted to be on there just to have fun, I guess like what's the chick that the side girls or whatever
the Wild 'N Out girls.
The Wild 'N Out. Was she thinking she was gonna do that or something?
I don't know what she thought she was gonna do, but you can't go up there and be in your feelings like that. That's ridiculous. It wasn't even a bad joke. Like it wasn't even like a really bad joke at all. Like some of those people
said much worse.
Yeah,
he could have like attacked her.
Some of the crazy shit that she's done.
But like people go in there and get stung way worse than that. And she's like come
some
on.
of them sting Nick Cannon worse than that.
Yeah,
I'd be like, dang.
They always talk about his rap career being trash.
His rap career, his marriage.
They don't have no chill.
Damn.
No,
she was laugh it off and jab back. I mean, that's what you do.
That's what you do.
Yeah, well, Nick just laughed it off and was like, "Thank you for the ratings," and said bye.
And then when she tried to jab back, it was terrible.
It was horrible because she was hurt and she was just you stink, you stinking booty little boy type shit.
Really?
like what is it?
No points for you.
Like come on.
She said he looked like the dude that's the I'm Delivered.
Oh yeah, the gay Abdul. I was like, he looks
dude that went viral on Facebook.
He looks nothing like that guy.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, let me look this dude up because I don't.
He looks nothing like that.
I'm like, dude, this dude like that's like saying that me and D look alike.
Yeah, she went off base. She went way off base.
Nowhere near,
and it was terrible.
No,
she's annoying.
Well, I want to say this, it's her trying to actually get attention but I've never really heard any of her music, so I can't even say
because it's trash.
A good, rapper or anything like that.
So she was white.
Azalea back?
You're thinking about Iggy Azalea. Yeah.
She's also better than Azalea.
That's sad. Yeah, I was going to say, that's sad because that Azalea more than the other one.
I mean, it's the only time I remember her is when she's actually gotten into beefs with other people on Twitter. That's it.
That's all she's known for.
Talking shit to T.I. at one point in time.
Yeah.
I think Pharrell or somebody else. It was just like, it's just dumb. Like, none of the stuff that she actually... and the time when she was sitting up there talking about she was doing witch rituals and blood spells at home and actually posting this shit on social media. I was like, well,
but you being skin shamed. Come on now.
She comes across as the type that has a whole lot of insecurities, but she doesn't realize that it's her fault.
Yeah.
And she tries to blame the whole world around her, like everybody's conspiring against her to hold her down. No, if you just get your shit together, you'll be all right.
But
she was accusing a person who's just as dark as she is as skin shaming her.
Yeah.
Like DC is just as black as she is.
Like they only said that joke because she was dark.
Oh my God.
Like they only said that joke because she was dark.
Yeah, like that.
Have you seen the show? They say these jokes about literally everybody.
Yeah.
Black,
they could have
white,
said Foxy Brown is still Foxy Brown is still higher than you.
Like I didn't get it. Like the fact that she took it there is just it pissed me off. It's annoying. Annoying.
Okay.
She's trying to build herself up through ridiculous beefs.
I saw your favorite rapper dropped a surprise album.
Yes, actually a pretty good album.
Eminem dropped Kamikaze on August 31st, which was to be kind of like a hit back at people on
all of his critics all around, all the people who said things, which was terrible. I'm sorry, it was bad. It was bad.
And the reviews has been kind of mixed to me. The ones that I've seen, either they said that it was great, or other people would be like, "Well, it's a middle-aged guy who whines about rap not being what it used to be," which is
what most people do. Yeah. So you still have people, because he did take it back to like his old Slim Shady days. Yeah. So he did say a lot of the stuff that he used to talk about, and nowadays, like he had a gay slur in there, and once a certain group heard that, they completely trashed the album. Without Eminem still using gay slurs in 2018. It was like, so you still have like the era that we're in right now. They don't take too kindly to what Eminem's music was back then, and so he tried to bring it. He tried to bring it back to that, and like because that's what his roots was. But his main intent for the album was really shooting back at his critics, letting them know he still had it, and he ruffled some feathers. I see your boy, the other white boy, MGK. He decided to release a diss song towards Eminem because M went off on an entire verse on him because about a tweet that MGK released like 6 years ago about Haley.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
6 years ago. So
you leave a man accused alone.
So MGK decided to respond, came out with a diss this morning. It was released, and yes, he mentioned Haley again. So I'm pretty sure.
R.I.P.
I'm pretty sure you will hear a response soon from them.
Like I'm trying to think about the times where guys have actually went after people's families and it turned out okay for them later.
It definitely never turned out for anybody who said anything about Haley. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Like if there's one person or thing in this world that he would go crazy over, well, crazier than he already is.
Yeah.
That's Haley.
Yeah, it's Haley.
Everybody knows.
I didn't get through the entire album, but the portions that I was able to hear, I really did like. And I kind of, like you were saying, it was a little bit of old Eminem to it.
The first track is
high school again.
Yeah, the first track was strict. It was Slim Shady who had snapped and was going crazy. He just went crazy on that. It just bar after bar after bar.
But is it? I was thinking about what one of the critics said. It was just a old guy just kind of whining about what rap used to be and the mumble rappers and things like that.
Well, that's what you say when you don't really have a comeback. He's.
It wasn't me.
He has a point, and you don't. There's really nothing else that you could say about. Oh, he's just an old guy that's complaining. That's how you dismiss like somebody who you hear like that's a valid thing that they're saying, but they're old, they're senile, they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, most of the critics now are of a younger generation, and the mumble rap is what they know of. So.
Yeah, which is terrible. Yeah, because he went right at those rappers, Lil Yachty, Uzi Vert, and shit like that. People's names you can't pronounce.
I don't even know their names. Like when people say that stuff, they're like, "Oh, such and such was on." What is that?
No one does.
You just said 3 people. I'm pretty sure, or 4. I don't know.
I think I said 2. I think.
You think?
Yes.
I barely know y'all names. So I don't even worry about it.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
All right.
It was refreshing to hear. I mean, he said what is on a lot of older people's minds. I would say 30 and up.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm gonna just go into some of the stuff I saw on social media. For Big Boy got into an accident.
Which Big Boy?
Big Boy is the host.
The DJ.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the Outcast Big Boy.
No, not the Outcast Big Boy. Who was actually in that Childish Gambino video too.
Actually, he's getting a lot of weight.
Yes.
Outcast Big Boy.
Which is ironic because DJ Big Boy had lost a lot of weight.
Yes. But no, he was in an accident, and the guy who hit him was literally in the car. Car is wrecked, fucked up, still drinking.
Oh.
Wow.
That's why he survived right there.
Yeah.
What?
His whole body was...
So, no investigation needed.
So, that's the car that hit Big Boy. That's Big Boy right there. Sorry for you guys, listening, because he lost a ton of weight. The dude is sitting in the car still drinking, and he has no pants on.
Wow.
That was just...
Okay.
That was amazing to me.
That boy would never have insurance again.
No. He ain't gonna have no license, let alone insurance. He still check. He's like, well, this might be the last drink I get.
Yeah. And let me see.
So if nobody dies in a drunk accident, if
what the
wow, just
that's what I said. He had no pants on.
He had them on. They just around his ankles.
I'm not even gonna ask you what you're doing.
So I just want to know, if nobody dies, like, what's the charge there? Because if somebody dies, it's vehicular manslaughter.
Yes.
But if nobody dies, what do you get?
Driving.
Yeah.
That's it.
Reckless endangerment. I mean, it's not. It's not attempted murder. Well, they probably
should. I mean,
they could probably push for that, but for them to actually get a conviction. But
I think financially would be the worst problem. So.
Yeah, because that DWI.
Yeah, you had to pay all them fines.
Yeah.
Then you probably gonna have to pay shit ton of money out of for medical bills and all that.
Yeah. Well, now he was out chilling. Big Boy, like, bruh.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what?
Oh, but he's still gonna have to pay them. I'm sure Big Boy gonna be like, oh, my neck hurt. It was late. It was
adrenaline.
My neck in my back.
After the accident, I'm pretty sure he felt like shit. But still.
Yeah.
But since we haven't been here, it's been a while. So I'm gonna need everybody to start. If you haven't been doing this, I don't know why, but this is 2018. You need to wrap it the fuck up. They have now found a flesh-eating STD in UK. So
just gonna eat your
you
flesh.
You don't want to see it.
Oh no, I ain't trying to see it, but I'm like, it's just gonna eat your flesh. Just go.
I know the Galactic Cat.
As soon as you put.
Oh my god!
As soon as you put it in, it's gonna start eating your flesh.
Yeah. So the person who this actually happened to, of course, the little nibblers came off.
The what came off?
The nibblers.
I don't know what that is.
Their vagina fell off. Not fell off.
Like termites. It's like termites for the body. It's like body termites.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So it just ate the flesh around there.
See, I don't see how a disease like that would spread fast, because at some point you're like that don't look right. I ain't putting my shit in there.
Why your pussy look like the Little Shop of Horrors?
But where you get it from?
Feed me, Seymour.
They don't know exactly what actually happened.
Like, it had to start from somewhere.
That's the problem. This is the first person that they've actually been able to diagnose with it, so they don't know who.
So the other ones who pussy lips fell off, they didn't go to the doctor.
Well, this was a woman at that time.
Was she not a woman no more?
Well, she lost her vagina. We don't know what else fell out with it.
This is a woman, and this is the only person who was actually diagnosed with it. So,
but how long does it take? Because how long was you chilling with this discomfort?
That's what I'm worried about. That they were just worrying, going like, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't think this is right. I think it's just a yeast infection. Bitch, no.
Let me just put some tussle.
Your stuff done fell out in the toilet.
But it's just like
your vulva's gone.
It's just like the flesh started to after a while, and that's when they went to.
So if it was eating the flesh, that means there was some burning sensation. That's not just discomfort.
Yeah,
that's what I don't know how long that went on for them. So
bruh, just.
So,
just give me the tumor that they was talking about on House.
But I didn't realize after looking this up that STD rates are actually on the rise. Like in 2016, like
they got new STDs.
No, chlamydia and gonorrhea were at their highest rates like ever. Not since just ever, because the antibiotics aren't. They got like one that's left that still will knock the shit out.
Still work.
Yeah.
No, so the strains have evolved.
Yes.
Yeah. But our medicine has it.
Right.
Yeah, see that doing something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it's Black Plague coming.
Wrap it up.
Matter of fact, this whole new flesh-eating STD don't sound right either. Like, where'd they come from? Like,
so that
like lab.
But you don't even know if that's... See, they be making everything an STD. Like, and then you find out later, you don't really get it from sex. It's just a strand that comes from within, whatever. Like, they make anything that's vaginal or genitalia, in that area a STD before they, be like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can get it other ways.
It's other ways you can get it. That girl probably ain't had sex in 10 years. Like, she probably celibate.
Yeah.
She just
now. She's asexual.
But wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Just in case.
I feel like flesh eating STD is gonna eat through the condom, ain't it?
It's gonna eat. If it came from the man, it's then ate through. Like something ain't right. Some. They need to do some more research.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it starts in the lab somewhere.
I need to know. I got questions.
Testing chemical warfare and shit. Get loose.
Well, maybe we'll head to our Florida headlines. Maybe this Florida.
That wasn't in Florida?
No.
That was in the UK. Maybe this Florida couple will be able to help them.
Yeah.
As they built a drive-through on their trailer to sell the illegal drug fentanyl. I think that's it. Fentanyl.
I've heard of it. Isn't that what they use in Breaking Bad?
That's what on their trailer.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. It's like it's an opioid, but it's like think of morphine to the next level, or like heroin to the next level.
Goddamn.
No
but
pain.
They built a drive-through on their trailer to do that.
A drive-through? Isn't the trailer essentially already a drive-through? You just open
they put a window.
They put the window so you don't have to get out. You just drive up. You just drive up and make your order.
Straight and swipe.
And they didn't think that this would look suspicious. Cops just roll up like, hey, what y'all selling here? Nothing.
Fentanyl.
It's just to let some wind in.
Yeah.
Like, really? You got a drive-through window with a cash register?
And an open sign? The hell is going on, man? Maybe they should have given a little bit to this next gentleman in Florida who, when a lady complained about her experience at his restaurant, her house was suspiciously shut up.
Damn.
Suspiciously?
A drive-by just because she had a bad experience?
The Yelp is a powerful thing. Wish we could put 2 stars on the president.
No, don't shoot up the whole.
We pretty much had. It didn't help,
right? That too.
Yeah.
Speaking of, didn't his star get destroyed?
Oh
yeah. The actual the society or whatever that actually
oversees it.
They have decided to just remove his star.
That's messed up.
Yeah,
he didn't get the star for being president.
They have just decided to remove.
I don't even know why he got the star.
I mean, why does anybody get a star?
Well, no, prior to that,
they're like Hollywood stars, right? Like, Will Smith.
Yeah, he's not.
Bruce Willis, all those.
He just,
Trump.
He just paid for it.
It was.
What movie was Donald Trump in?
Home Alone 2.
See, I didn't even know that. You don't get a star for role. Nobody knows about it.
Wow. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't want to play no.
You should get Day 8 from Friday one too. Then while we at.
He probably got one.
Ice Cube just got one like last year. All the stuff he done did, he just got one.
Maybe we could take a role or page from the guy who was mad at the 7-Eleven. I don't know if anybody saw this. This was a couple weeks ago. He got pissed off at how they were treating him at the 7-Eleven, and his revenge was to dump a porta potty in the 7-Eleven.
That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
Where did he get the porta potty?
I feel like
was this the end of the day porta potty or the beginning of the day porta potty?
He got it from
What? How you slide? I mean, what do you do? Push it, or did you work at the porta potty place?
The bowl.
So you just.
From the porta potty.
God forbid if he trips. Oh, no.
I love Taz's reaction.
Oh, goodness.
What the fuck what did they do to him at the 7-Eleven?
It's probably the same thing
that triggered a thought like that. Like, you know what I'm gonna do?
Wasn't there some...
I got them.
Wasn't there some weird-ass headline of somebody, like, doing something through a drive-through window? It was like, did they throw a gator? Or
the one that was like 2 weeks ago. He threw a gator. He's now on...
just drove through the drive-through and threw a gator inside the...
It's attempted murder.
That's attempted murder. You threw a wild animal. What's the charge on the porta potty? Like, that ain't attempted murder. It's just vandalism, maybe?
I don't know what you call that.
And criminal mischief.
That's how you get that flesh-eating virus.
Right. It was her. It was the woman.
Just burn down the store.
Right. Burn the whole thing down.
Yeah, at that point.
Who cleans that up? Who got to clean that up?
Nobody. You just burn the store down.
He said, I ain't going.
Yep. Yeah, who does clean that up?
I quit today.
You know damn well they just go out and get somebody off the street and they get them to clean that up for them.
You gotta have a crime scene clean up on some shit like that.
That is gross.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh man, and it's because it's liquid and solid. Like it's everywhere.
I don't want nothing out the stove.
And you would never know. That's the sad part. You'd never know that this potato chip aisle
in St. Petersburg
had a porta potty dropped on it.
St. Petersburg 7-Elevens is off the road trip.
Right.
None. Okay. So those are your headlines. I saw this earlier. I forgot to talk about it. Rudy Giuliani.
Who?
Rudy Giuliani. Where they were...
Well, it's like the penguin.
Yes, he does. I think like thousands of pages of one of the reports, the Mueller reports that came out, they cited executive privilege on. They were like, nobody can see it. And Rudy Giuliani was like, well, I'm sure they will. Sure they will what? That's what he put out. He put out a statement saying, I'm sure they will. How did he run a state for so long? Well, no, not a state, a city. He was mayor of New York, not governor. Sorry.
I mean, Jeb did.
Because it's the same man who keeps going, there's no collusion.
Yeah.
But we'll sit there and spell out collusion to the umpteenth degree.
I mean,
I don't remember him being this dumb. It's just like, as long as you get around Trump, your IQ just drops.
It's almost...
The country's
I think
IQ drops.
They do it for the money. That's got to be what it is. It's just the money. And
but
so
it can't be that much money.
But even though they know that Trump is probably guilty as hell, it's like, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to pretend that he's innocent. And I'm going to talk as if he's innocent because he's paying me to say this stuff. So, hey, as long as you keep the millions rolling, I'm going to say whatever I got to say, even if it makes me sound stupid. Every
single one of these people about to go down eventually. There's no way. Mm-hmm. So how? We cannot go into 2020 with this.
You can tell how it's getting closer and closer to him, to Trump, just based on how he reacts to stuff. Like when they put stories out, if you don't say nothing, okay, it probably ain't a big deal. They put stories out, he go talking about everything else that next day. It's like, okay, there's some truth to this.
It could end up like Michael Vick. They get to the final finish line and everybody just throw him under the bus at the very end.
That's what they're starting to do now.
Yeah.
I feel like
because letting them go down. They're like,
They're like,
that's what we doing.
You know what?
Checkmate on that.
It's like Denzel at the end of training day when like he had everybody on the side and then at the end everybody started flipping on him. Had his back. He was like, what? So you turn your back on me?
We only had your back when you had the power. Now you ain't got the power. We all turn
program, nigga.
Yeah.
Now Pence is supposed to be the next one in line, so he goes out within a year. So Pence may fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
that's very suspicious to me too. Like all the people around him are tied into this stuff, but somehow Pence is the one person who's squeaky clean. Yes. You ain't never heard nothing bad about him. That's too suspicious to me. Like how was he at all these meetings?
That's some scandal
was with them and everything.
Look, that's some scandal shit.
But somehow no dirt came out about him.
Well, the funny
everybody.
Well, I've always thought that about the vice president to begin with. Like that has to be like a very cushy job. You literally get no pushback from any of the shit that happens, but you still get credit. You're still the second person in command. Like a lot of the stuff you never really hear anything about vice president. You remember Joe Biden. You remember his kid had passed and whatnot. So he was in the news a lot because of that. But outside of that, you don't hear shit about vice presidents ever unless something happens to the president. Unless there's something like that. But everything they do seems
George Bush.
you don't remember.
Cheney, because he shot
Dick Cheney, yeah, he shot the, see?
That's why.
It's like shit like that happens, but you go down the list, like, you don't even remember half the vice president. You don't hear shit about them. It's like, it's the cushiest job ever. You get all the perks and no backlash.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Pence is like backdoor snitching on these boys.
He got the time.
If he's involved in all this stuff.
He got the time.
He got the time. Yeah, what meetings does he have to like conduct?
He ain't doing nothing else.
He's at all the meetings. How is it Jeff Sessions, Donald Trump, Paul Manafort, all these people, they all got dirt that's coming out about them. But Mike Pence the only one squeaky clean. Yeah. Well, he ain't gonna tell no dirt on himself.
Right.
He gonna tell dirt on everybody else.
He be in the corner watching.
Yeah.
Lurking.
What is he working with more? He been working with this boy for the last 6 months. I'm glad it ain't came out because Donald Trump lawyer been working with him for the last 6 months and he didn't know that until last week.
They're like I don't even what role does the vice president actually play? Like what do they do?
Well, he is the tiebreaker. Yeah,
he's like if he dies, the president.
Yeah, but also like if the Senate and the House are tied on anything, he's the tiebreaker and stuff like that. I mean, you're right. It really does.
He's like a backup quarterback. It's just there in case something that you're insurance. That's all you are.
All right, insurance. You're in now. What? Huh? I didn't even rehearse. What do I do?
What do they call the actor that
the acting president?
No, like in a stage play, you got somebody that understudy.
The understudy.
I'm trying to think of something else that he is actually.
They're the fluffer for pornos. That's pretty much what they are. They just get they don't do anything.
Show over.
You got nothing else to say on
Show over.
I'm telling you. Please.
Somebody about to Google.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I forgot about
dictionary.
God damn it, this is the worst time to do this.
If you're under 18, do something else. If you're under 18, don't Google that.
I'm gonna have to cut this into something else. This show is sponsored by Avatar Desktop.
No, you're gonna have to say it better than that.
You're gonna have to do it. I can't.
Oh yeah, you only got the advertisement voice.
There's no way I can cut that in because it was supposed to be natural. He was like, "Oh, you have to be natural with it and everything." Fuck, there's no way.
Well, we can keep the show going for like 5 more minutes.
Then slide it in there somewhere.
I want people to send in information on what the fuck the vice president does. That's what they need to do.
Yes.
Do that.
Hashtag, what does the vice president?
What is his official role? Like, what does he do on a daily basis?
Snitch on everybody in the circle.
Please go ahead and send it at SayWHAradio.com on Instagram. What does the vice president? We trying to learn.
Yeah, I just want to know what he does on a daily basis. Yeah. Besides just go to meetings because he don't even take notes. It's somebody else is taking notes and shit. Yeah. I don't know what he does.
Yeah, we know what he could do. But as long as nobody dies or gets impeached, he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So
all right.
All the privileges of the president, none of the responsibility.
Well,
first lady.
Damn it.
Hell, at least I know what her role is. Shit. I know what her job is.
That is true. You do see the first lady a lot more than you ever see the vice president.
The vice president.
But is that calculated to that point? So where, if the president goes out, we got the vice president no matter what. Is it for that reason?
No, you see everybody else. Hell, I know what the Speaker of the House does. He's stirring, man. I don't know what the vice president does.
We still don't know. Please.
Even on shows, like when you have movies or shows, the vice president don't do shit.
Unless something happens to the president.
Unless they undermining the president.
Undermining the president,
Look, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking about movies and shows and the VP. Scandal.
President. Scandal.
They don't even get airtime.
Right.
Ain't there a vice president?
Yeah,
you seen like 2 episodes of the whole season.
Right, yeah.
Like, when's the last time you listened to a vice president speech?
Oh, I heard Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, and that was the only one. That was the only one.
Al Gore. But he was running for president.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Come on now.
Do they? I know they have speeches.
I only watched the vice president debate because of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to see what this thing is.
I
got to see what he about to say. Because I know he about to say something inappropriate. And it was awesome. He didn't let me down.
I just don't know. I would love to have that job.
I'm sorry. You are right. Because Joe Biden pretty much is all I can remember.
Yeah.
And I am 30 years old, so
nobody markets vice president.
Yeah.
Like, even though they second in command, nobody markets. Nobody says, hey, vice president is open. Vice president's seat is open. Like, nobody says that.
Or like, hey,
matter of fact, most of the time you gotta beg people to be the vice president.
Most people don't want
that.
It's crazy.
Like, what's the marketing on this?
There isn't a the vice president's in town. So
Joe, you were like, damn, that's for real.
Hey, you'd be more happy as like the first lady's in town. Like, okay.
What do you call the vice president's wife?
The
second lady.
look, the vice president's Mrs. Biden.
So it's just a name from now on?
Yeah.
Right?
Vice President Pitts and Mrs. Biden.
Yeah. Do they stay in the White House too? What is the vice president?
That's a good question. I don't. Maybe there's a beige house that they stay. Is there a beige house?
The off-white house.
Is there an off-white house?
Eggshell.
Okay. That is the homework. Okay, you guys, please go ahead and let us know. Tell us what the vice president is. Please don't.
And I want y'all to know we are all educated.
Yeah.
We all have degrees. Some of us with multiple degrees.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
Like you'll see it. There'll be like all the political positions. You got president, this long ass like paragraph. Vice president, if president died, and then the speaker of the house, and you got all these paragraphs. But vice president, they never explain what exactly he does.
What's your day job?
Like what? Where do you live?
Yeah.
What do you do?
There's so much I don't know. I feel like a newborn now. It's like where did
we didn't know to ask the questions? Like we got 30. I'm almost 40. And this is the first time I thought about like what is the role of the.
We know that he's supposed to be there in case something happens to the president, but outside of that, we don't know what he does.
I know that they are the tiebreaker in a lot of stuff. I know that, period. Yeah. But other than that, what? Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're going to have a whole lot of late nights. Come to bed, honey. I've got a lot of work to do. I can't go to bed right now.
I feel like a lot of
What are you doing?
I feel like they get paid because I might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the vice president,
the president doesn't get paid over like 3.
But the VP is different because you don't even see the VP. The president, they can get all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The VP, like what they get.
I feel like the VP's first response to everything is, "Did you call the president first?" Like they call him, "Hey VP, hey, we need you to come up here. Is the president not available? Like, why are you calling me?
Did he die?
Yeah.
Then don't call my phone.
Yeah. Why am I getting called?
I'm mind blown right now because like with all the stuff they're always talking about, Obama was on vacation all the time. Trump is out there playing golf. Where the fuck is
Bush was playing golf.
Yeah,
he was out of Camp David.
Unless he's with the president, you don't hear about it.
Yeah, no.
That motherfucker at home.
They got the
Destiny.
It is a cushy. Yeah, it is a cushy job. It is a cushy job. He can delegate all the responsibilities, and if there is something that needs like that kind of high level, why you didn't ask the president? He got to sign off on it anyway.
Wow, that's literally the only
needs me.
Yeah, that is literally the only job is just like talk to my boss, and that's okay. You don't have nobody.
Let me call Don.
Holy shit.
And then, wait, can he get fired? Like, I don't think he can be fired either. Like, Trump can't fire.
No, that is the only person who cannot be removed from office.
So, it's like, he can do
Period. That I know.
We can remove.
You cannot remove the vice president.
I'm saying, we can remove the president, but we can't remove the vice president.
You gotta remove the president and then make him the president, then you can remove it.
That is the only person that they cannot get rid of. Even like the third in command, House Speaker, and everything else. Those people can be removed, they can be impeached.
So he can do as terrible of a job at whatever it is he does.
He ain't doing doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing.
And he wouldn't lose his job. Like, it's secure.
You'd have to be terrible.
Why isn't that more...
You'd have to be terrible at doing nothing to get fired.
Why is that not more, like, pronounced? Why don't people know more about that?
I can just see Trump like,
that is probably the person that's got the most power.
Why are you here?
He do. That's why I'm like, when Obama was leaving office, it was like, Joe, you gonna run for office? I'm sure he was like, nigga, is you crazy? I just came off this cushy job for 8 years and you want me to... No, man, please. I'm not doing that shit. I'll be another vice president.
Wow. As always, please continue to follow us on social media. Say What Radio for all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. Again, thank you for tuning in. As always, the biggest compliment you guys can give us is to really, really, really share, like, subscribe, review the show on iTunes, Google Play, thumbs up on Facebook, everything. Tell your family, friends about the show. We may not be everybody's cup of tea, but hey, let them listen and we can come to an agreement. You know, you like this, don't like this, but that was funny. Yes, it was. Thank you for tuning in. Catch us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
I'm dying in this fucking fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. Let's get the fuck out of this country, mother. The fuck is that? Say what again?